Okay, that's cool. So earlier you mentioned Domino's Pizza, and I'm a pizza fan. So something that's on my mind is DPA going to look at crowdsourcing energy, kind of like Sun Exchange, where if my favorite pizza place does not have solar, they can come to DPA and crowdsource for the solar installation. So I would be able to buy solar cells, and then once there's enough bought, you then install at Joey's, and I get to have an investment that I get to make some returns on, and both of us we accelerate the adoption of solar.
In short, yes, particularly for our Ugesi business, which is our rural business. I can tell you that we have already started conversations to really crowdfund as we build some of these communities. We actually got approached, particularly Matebeleland continues to be a fascinating place for us, but some young people in the urban areas have come to us and have said, I've got my community. I see you've got a beautiful concept, this Ugesi concept. It's a fascinating concept. We'll share it with you. I like to become an Ugesi farmer. I would like my community to become an Ugesi site. And we also want to make an investment. So we have started actually building a narrative and crowdsourcing to build that, so that not only are you also capacitating and enabling your community, but you're actually creating an investment and creating an economy out of your community. So the short answer is yes, that is started. We will share more details in due course, but we've got a lot of interest from investors, individual investors, and some are actually people coming from that community coming together and says, we've got X amount of money, we would like our community to be connected, and we come to the party with the technology, with our distribution mechanism, and we do what we do best, and they end up becoming a small equity investor in an SPV created for their community. So if you are like me and you come from Rishavane, Majiwa, I'm encouraging some of my fellow village boys to say, and girls, come, let's lit up our community and let's proudly give back in a sustainable manner. In the process, actually creating a new economy that benefits everyone in the community. So that's something that we are working through on our Ugesi platform. It doesn't apply to the other businesses because those other businesses are a bit more complicated and so sophisticated enough to raise their own capital. They're attractive enough, and they've got annuity returns to be able to attract pension funds out there. But for the rural, especially rural, there's what we consider it's an impact investment. We're looking for impact investors. And those impact investors range from just an ordinary man to foundations. We've got foundations that are now interested in our Ugesi. One of them has actually made an investment. We're inviting foundations, we're inviting individuals, we're working with the local communities, and certainly the regulator is making it easier by giving us licenses to quickly both generate power and also transmit that power within that community. We're also working with the agricultural experts in Matebeleland in particular. We have got a fascinating partnership with a gentleman called Peter Cunningham of Hamara, who is our off-taker for our chickens. So we're trying to eventually have 100 villagers all generating 1,000 day-old chickens every 6 weeks. And Peter Cunningham will take his trucks and he go buy those chickens from those villagers, and in the process creating a market for those villagers. In fact, in economics, you say ceteris paribus, everything being equal, when you visit that place 18 months later, you will not be able to recognize that community. Because if you can imagine 1,000 chickens with one farmer, we are working mostly with the women in the village. A woman with 1,000 chickens at an average of $5 or even $4 per chicken every 6 weeks, you can do the numbers. That elderly woman, by the time the year runs out, she would have generated a significant income and possibly some very decent EBITDA to a bottom line. And we have secured the off-taker for her. And that's what makes us unique.
Oh, fantastic. We'd like to thank you, Norman, for joining us, for all the insights you've given us and shedding light on DPA's work beyond the stuff that we come across on the internet. It was a pleasure to speak to you, and thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to have a conversation with us.
Thank you, guys, and look forward to working with you in future.
Thank you very much. And thank you to Ed and Rufaro for joining us, as usual. I don't have to thank them because they have to do this. So, yeah, guys, thank you for being around. Uh, all right. So, to everyone listening, thank you for joining us. Hopefully, this was insightful. I'll leave all the links to DPA and all the works they've been doing in the links below. So, you can go check it out for yourself, Zimbabwe specific and Africa in general, and their general deals. So, you can have a deeper read as to what the company's up to. All right. So, from all of us, thank you very much. Bye bye.